Okay, so we're about to go live. Right. Now, there's a lot of things going on in the world. So, and a lot of the conversation y'all was having offline, I want us to have that online.
Cool.
Some real shit.
Yeah, so it's we got election conversation. I definitely want to do that MTA conversation you was trying to have.
Cool.
And Lil Wayne's interesting. I think Lil Wayne's time is almost up though.
It is.
So
unfortunately.
you know what I mean? I think he had his run. I think he had a good run. I don't think he got as much out of his run as he could have got.
Because it's the circle you keep around you. You only, you only strong as your team around you. And his team has some weak-minded individuals, but strong visionaries. Does that make sense?
Right.
So the links didn't match up. You'll have one big one and then one little link try to hold on, and it just kept falling through.
It was numerous times where me and other people and just a plethora of individuals just noticed and was generalizing, like, what is his entourage doing? Like, where is his second guy in charge? Like, where's the lieutenant saying, like, hold up, bro, don't do that? You know what
I mean,
so,
he wasn't allowed. It sounds kind of childish, though, doesn't it? But he wasn't allowed to have that.
That's possible. That's very possible, and it's highly likely.
I mean, if he was allowed to have it, controversy before now.
Well, my family members, I'm gonna be honest, a few of my family members, played out in the hip hop world, for different reasons. I ain't gonna say how and why they was mingling with all different types of people.
Now I'm on my Charlemagne and Williams shit, right? So don't drop a dime if you ain't gonna put the nickel in the machine.
Nickel in the machine. I'm just saying. All right, well, I got some peoples in my family that's basically the shit. You feel me? And they've been, playing around in different little circles, and they've been in the backstage with Nas, been backstage with R. Kelly, been backstage with Beanie Sigel. At the prime of their careers, and things that basically was told to me by this individual, was that Wayne couldn't have people come close to him. He really couldn't. Like, when it was a certain time to, like, try to address Wayne and ask him a couple questions or something.
You can see that. You can see that. I mean, how can I say this? Anytime, in whether you're a rapper, street, homeless, whatever, anytime you have an older cat to kind of take on to a younger dude, every once in a while you do get them dudes who just want to say, I just want to see yo be a good dude. But then you got them people, and I'm going to say it like Diddy and Birdman, who have talent, and the only talent they have is to seek out real talent.
True.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're kind of the fishermen in the crabs.
I call those people gatekeepers, and I call those people like people who just the bloodsuckers of the poor, as they used to say. But at the end of the day, it's people who know that you have talent, and instead of trying to get you to the money, they want to get to the money.
I mean, that's because they have the outlets that most people scared to put their self in. No. If you're not scared to jump in the ocean, you ain't going to be scared of the sharks that you're swimming with. If you scared to jump in the big ocean, you're going to be petrified of that little eel you see ride past you because you ain't know how to take it.
That's true. And it ain't about what you know, it's about who you know. So a lot of times, just that connect, is what you need at times to have that strong name with you, or that strong
I agree.
management, or that strong promo team, excuse me. But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't necessarily think that all the things that he did structurally benefited him either way. Like, as him not building his own brand, you know what I mean? Like, from the beginning, like, it was always cash money, cash money, cash money.
It was.
And it was never really Lil Wayne. Now, I understand when you're with a team, I market and promote with a lot of different people, but I'm always building my brand. First and foremost, Don Diesel, Diesel Fuel TV. You're going to see Diesel first and foremost before you hear and see something else, because that's what I'm branding. I got to. But he was young, so, I mean, I guess he
of course, and that goes back to what I said. Mm-hmm. They kind of get a hold on their mind, and you become handicapped to them. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Even his mantra was Weezy F Baby, like the hashtag, had his name and baby name.
Because what somebody put in your head, without this you wouldn't have got me, or without this you wouldn't have did this, or without me, or without me, and without me, and that shit drill in your head 1,000 times, you're going to have a militant discipline with it. You ain't going to really think outside that box because you constantly told that. You constantly feel like that. You understand? Because he never took the time and say, you know what? How much shit did this nigga do and what I do? Right. They ain't hyping Baby. Yeah. They hyping Wayne. So if I say fuck Baby for a second and do what Wayne want to do, he probably had more respect younger than he do now, because now everybody looking at it like, look, you to let this man kiss you in the mouth, mwah, humiliate you, say what he want, and you not speak up for yourself as a man. So that shows is a lack. It is definitely fear there.
Number one,
it is definitely is a lack of respect, because who gonna stand for you if you don't stand for you? Nobody. Nobody's gonna take up. If I walk over and knock your head off, if you don't say nothing to me, Diamond is not gonna get up and say nothing. He probably look like, but it's not his head, so he doesn't feel the effect of being disrespected and all that. And you know, since Baby had him since he was a little boy, what, 15?
I believe it was younger than that.
14?
Probably like 13.
Diamond, do you have the correct?
Yeah, it was, I want to say like 13, something like that.
13? Okay, right. So before he even was out of high school, he had a grown man mentally saying, look, I'm going to make you this, but without me, you're not going nowhere.
I mean, I look at it like, well, with Wayne, he had a good run. You know, he had mentorship that could have been there. You know, he had Gilly the Kid around him, you know, supposedly writing raps for him. You know, he had a lot of people around him that possibly was telling him certain things.
Right.
And maybe he just didn't want to hear it. I don't believe that it's no one. Well, absolutely no one that was saying
I do
Wayne,
believe that, because when people did interfere with Baby and Wayne's business, you notice they kind of fell off from around them. So I do believe what you just said is true fact, because the ones that did say Wayne wait and the ones that told him, Baby got rid of them instantly, because you mentally can unplant that seed out of been watering. You know, if you put the sun on it, it's not going to stay watered like I want it. So they just put a little heat under him and made him feel yeah, because I bet you right now Wayne's sitting back saying, damn, he was right.
I mean, and you can kind of look at that whole situation, like even with people that was around him. For instance, when Yo Gotti was kind of, you know, mingling with Cash Money, like Yo Gotti is a boss. And Yo Gotti just couldn't be nothing less than that. So at the end of the day, he was doing his move, worked his move, and bang, he straight jumped out there. But end of the day, I mean, when you think of a brother like Wayne, I don't necessarily think Wayne completely over, because he's very talented.
Okay.
I mean, one of the most talented individuals. Just simple shit like swimming with the birds and flying with the fishes, like little simple shits like that. It's hard and it's visionary, and nobody else have come up with things like that. But I don't know how far Wayne is really going to take it for the rest of it.
Well, I'm going to say
that's why I say he's over, because over doesn't mean it erases the past. Over, in my sense, means the innovation period is done. The Wayne, we're gonna look to Wayne for the hits. Give us your hits. You know what I mean? We don't want to hear the new shit.
He definitely got a hit list.
Yeah, he got a hit list. I mean, Drake has passed him. Nicki's passed him. You know, it's like Wayne is like that 2009 wave.
Well,
you know
let me say this: they passed him because at the end of the day, Nick is under Lil Wayne, who is under Cash Money. So she has a little bit more un-ear Birdman in her ear. You understand? It's more of so what Lil Wayne wants for her. And so, you know, Birdman does have a say-so in it. But ultimately, she's under Lil Wayne. So her control is not being kind of mind-possessive.
You don't think so? Okay, so
yeah,
some of the people saying Wayne's not over. Listen, Wayne is a legend. When I say Wayne is over, and I don't want you forget your point. I'm not saying that what he did in the past is gone. I'm just, and here's the other thing. Some people need people to control them.
Okay.
Everybody's not a general. Some people are just really good soldiers.
You absolutely
and it can't be the general.